Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the garden. How are you? All right, another beautiful day here today. End of July, hydrangeas in bloom. The garden is saying hello. Well, let's take a walk through, right? Let's go ahead and take a walk through the garden. Let's see what has changed and what's in bloom and what's not in bloom. All right, you are looking. I started this time on our standard section, so you're seeing our azure blue rose of Sharon in the background. You're seeing our limelight standards, and you're also seeing, bam, a vanilla strawberry hydrangea that is way too big for the space, but we popped her in right here on the ground where we had the another azure blue rose of Sharon that did not like it here. We took her out and popped the hydrangea in, and guess what? The hydrangea is feeling the space, right? She has no problems with it. She is blooming beautifully, and she is gorgeous. All right, this vanilla strawberry we actually got from Home Depot. I ordered from them for the first time, an online order. Came nicely packaged, and let me tell you, well, I guess you can see it for yourself. I'm not disappointed, right? Absolutely beautiful plant. Beautiful, healthy, and thriving plant. So love it. All right, for the limelights, I'm having an issue with my limelight standards. Let's get back up there. I'm going to show you them for a second. This is the biggest one right now. And you see what the issue is, right? Yeah, she's leaning. We had 2 or so days of rain, gentle rain, but the panicles got really heavy and weighed down. They were actually resting on top of the little giant arborvitae there. So she has picked back up a bit, which is good. But this is the second year my standards have just gotten totally out of shape. They're leaning. Luckily, I did not lose any branches though. 1 or 2 flower heads, but I didn't lose any branches. Last year, I lost an entire branch, right? Which was kind of painful, really disappointing, but still looking good. At least from this side, it looks good, right? I'll show you from the side, it looks good. All right. All right, moving on to the limelights that we have growing here in containers. The first one right here, this is a set of 2 that we had divided last year. I'm just showing you because guess what? It's growing healthily, growing really well. Look at this. Both have survived, right? This one on this side is a little small, but looking healthy. And then the awesome thing is, look at this. This is our second limelight growing in a container. Let me see if I can give you a full view of it. Change angles here so that you can just get an idea of how large it is. Are you seeing that? Wow, container grown limelight, second year in a container, looking gorgeous. Filled with panicles all over. And now you're saying to me, Naomi, why are the panicles so small? Guess what? I decided not to prune on this hydrangea this season because normally with the heavy panicles, when it rained, my hydrangea did exactly what this little one, the other limelight standard that I just showed you. Let me show you. Exactly what this hydrangea did, which is just flop everywhere. I didn't like the flopping, right? So we tried to see if we could get smaller heads by not pruning, and we did. Right here we have Claire Austin. Let's come on in so you can see some blooms from her. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I have not had a chance to truly enjoy her yet. This is a newly planted bare root. Went in this season. With gorgeous blooms, right? Okay. And then beside, moving on, the back garden. Are you seeing that? There's a beautiful red smiling at you where my husband's standing right now. That beautiful red is the red of the black diamond crepe myrtles. And we're going to get over there in a minute. I'm going to give him some time to spray what he's spraying. And we're just going to take a quick bypass of what's going on right here. Right, this right here is our newly planted, another newly planted bare root this season. Already standing, about my gate's 4 feet. So it's already standing about 3.5 feet tall. This was supposed to be Gentle Hermione, but again, David Austin sent me the wrong rose. I kid you not. All right. But I don't know if you remember when I planted this rose, I said that I was going to just love on it because I just loved the way it looked in terms of the bare roots. It was just so healthy and gorgeous. So although she is not Gentle Hermione in terms of name and color, right, she is still beautiful, and I'm going to keep my promise to just love her. So I don't know who she is, but she's gorgeous. I'm thinking she's probably Comte de Champagne, right? What a gorgeous rose. Healthy too. Very, ooh, very healthy. Very healthy. All right. Okay, let's see. Nothing is happening on the garden on the outside of the fence. We've just got lots of annuals, so lots of vinca annuals planted in here. Let me see, coreopsis right here is growing in. More vincas. All right. And the roses themselves on the outside are pretty quiet. All right. Lots of new growth on more annuals. Lots of new growth on Enchanted Peace. Right, lots of new growth, lots of buds. You want me to take you in close? She has to be dead-headed, so do forgive me, okay? But let me take you in close so you can just see some of those buds coming on up. Right. And there's a flower. All the purple tinged growth that you're seeing, all of those are going to hold a flower. So believe it or not, she is just... And this rose, oh boy, let's talk about her. Even though she is not in flower, Enchanted Peace is now standing, at least, yep, she's right at the fence. You see that? The fence is 4 feet. So she's standing 4 feet plus tall for her longest cane. This little baby was newly planted as a, what do they sell? 1 gallon? It's an heirloom rose. I think it's a 1 gallon container that they sell. Planted last Memorial Day, and look at this rose now. I kid you not, she's already achieved a 4-foot height. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. An extremely upright rose. I was not deadheading her properly. I was just taking off the spent blooms rather than cutting down. So although she's filled out and ready to flush again, I'm probably going to get smaller blooms. Okay? But she is beautiful and healthy. I think I'm going to add some more peace roses to the garden. I do like them. All right, let's get away from here and let's get into the back garden. Photo. Okay, now here we are in the back garden, and right now I'm showing you the bed that wraps around our patio. This is what it's looking like right here at the end of July. Okay. Well, a couple weeks to the end. I think it's July 24th today, or 3rd. All right. Okay, let's start with what's immediately in front of us. I can show you now. My husband's doing the yard while we're out here, so. All right, here you go. We have the bubblegum strawberry. Stop it, people! My brain just went. Stop it. Super Tunia Vista bubblegum. Right, looking good. Beside her, we've got the purple waves on either side. And the only thing I have to say about this, no deadheading necessary. I've not had to deadhead. This bubblegum, it's one plant. Let me pull back so you can see it. One Super Tunia. I can't believe it. One plant. Taking up all that space. One plant. I love it. Can't beat it. Alright, behind this planting of annuals, we have our skyrocket juniper. This baby was planted here when we just started the garden. So it's at least 1, 2, 3. It's 3.5 years old right now. Right, as tall as ever. Let me go up so you can see it. I think it's topping out at, I don't know, is that like 12 feet there? What do you think? Right, but really beautiful, really big. Right. I'm going to figure out a way to prune it, see if we can prune it down a bit, keep it a bit more size control. But it's very formal in the garden, very well behaved, and you can see that nice upright, just all of the needles just going nice and upright. It's really beautiful. All right, the Rose of Sharon that you're seeing in the background, this is the I don't know the exact variety. All right, but this Rose of Sharon has always topped out no matter what. I'll cut her down to about 4 feet every spring, and I kid you not, she always makes her way back up here. All right, so she wants to be this tall. No matter what I do, she is all the way back here, right back at about 10 or so feet tall. Very determined to be who she is supposed to be. All right, another planting of all of these little giant arborvitaes. I love the little giant arborvitaes, and so you're going to see them scattered everywhere in the garden. Everywhere where I could put one, we put one. Again, this planting is what wraps or it wraps our patio. So you're seeing the little giant arborvitaes here. There is a knockout rose, that red knockout, another little giant, and then the white tips is the Rose of Sharon. What's that one? Little Kim's. All right, let me take you through so that you can see them. Okay, this is the Rose of Sharon. Little Kim's, very cute, absolutely gorgeous. They've been in the ground for, again, when we started the garden, 3.5 years. It grows 3 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, and they have maintained their size as opposed to the other Rose of Sharon that I just showed you that's growing maxing out at about 12 feet, right? Okay. Outside of that, on the patio, we've got some dahlias. We've got some beautiful dahlias in bloom. Oh, isn't this just gorgeous? So this is perfect too. The flower starts out yellow, and then as it ages, it takes on a little pink, and then it gets a deeper pink. Right? Isn't that just fantastic? This right here shows you the stages of the blooms. Gorgeous. I've never grown dahlias before. It's my first time growing them. Popped them in the containers, and they grew. The only thing is that it was very difficult keeping them watered. So next year, definitely I'll put them in the ground versus in a container. But these dahlias are fantastic. Love them. Absolutely love them. All right. These are the red ones, a bit faded, but still looking good. I like it. I'm going to keep dahlias in my garden. So next year, people, dahlias in the garden. Loving it. Right, now I'm standing in front of the dapple willows. The dapple willows, this bed was planted up with the little hardy hydrangeas. Right? We've got some Supertunia Bordeaux, and there is a Supertunia Black Cherry. We've got the Coleus in the center. I do not know the exact variety of Coleus that we've got going on there. All right, and then outside of the annuals and the hydrangeas, we've got lots and lots and lots and lots of grass and weeds. Stop it. Right, but the bed still looks good. The bed still looks good. It's a planting that I was a little bit unsure of, but as it grew in and filled in, it's kind of nice. Kind of like this. And I'm loving on my little hardy hydrangeas. Okay, let's take a spin. Let's take a spin around here real quick. All right, this is Elizabeth, people. Oh, Elizabeth smells good. Let me have you just look at her for a minute. She smells so good, like lemon and vanilla. She's just gorgeous, right? She's growing in beautifully. Again, you can see different stages of the blooms, right? Her newer blooms right here, starting out a little bit of pink. And as she ages, they age to this little white, this little cream. And she does bloom in clusters. Here is another bloom set. Just gorgeous, right? Instant bouquet. Okay. And here is, oh, this is perfect. Here's a nice new set of blooms that are about to open. Isn't she beautiful? Yep, this is Elizabeth from David Austin Roses. Love her. No disease. In terms of disease, there's some black spot at the very bottom, and that's because it's the end of the season. Most roses get black spot, right? But in general, she is a very healthy rose. Let me pull you on up. She has this new cane going up. Most of my roses sent up their octopus canes with no buds on them. She has sent up her canes, and look, she's got buds all over them. So she's actually going to flower on all of these. That is beautiful. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. Now I cannot leave the garden without showing you the jewel of my garden, the love of my garden. The black and diamond crepe myrtles are in bloom, people. At least this one is. The planting on the other side is not blooming yet. It's so weird, right? This one has started a whole week, if not almost 2 weeks, before the other side. And I don't know if it is because of the difference in sun. This little guy right now is sitting in sun, so he's going to get, it's, what time is it now, baby? 8ish, right? So the sun came up at what, 6? So this guy maybe gets 3 more hours of sun than the one that's planted further down in the garden. I don't know if you can see him when I turn the camera that way. And I don't know if it's because of that why he blooms first, right? But the other one will catch up eventually. But listen, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. Are you not loving him? Oh man, I love my black diamonds. I love my black diamonds so much. All right. You know I love them because every every garden tour, every chance I get, I show you them, right? When they just started growing as babies to now look at them. These guys started again at about 3 inches from the ground. All of this is a new growth this season. All of this. And this growth started what? In about May, end of April going into May. Absolutely beautiful, right? Yeah. Let me take you in close so you can see one of the panicles. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just fabulous? Oh, I hope the sun isn't taken away from how absolutely gorgeous the red is. I love these black diamonds. Love them. All right, in the middle of the black diamonds, I have, who is this? This is a climbing rose. This is Teas in Georgia. Woo! Oh my goodness. And she has been growing in here without me seeing her. Oh, word. Let me pull you up. She is tall. Look at this. Her longest cane is taller than my black diamond crepe myrtles. But you know, I'm now starting to second guess myself because I kind of like the black diamond crepe myrtles being undisturbed. I just like that full bed of them, right? So I'm thinking we may go ahead and remove the climbing roses from the center because I really do like the full undisturbed look of just with the black diamonds all by themselves. Let me pull back so you can see it again. Right? So right now this is what she looks like, totally undisturbed. With the climbing rose in there, we're going to have scattered blooms. I'm not quite sure. I don't know, but we have time to think about it, right? We have all season. But this is what my black diamonds are looking like. Loving, loving, loving on the black diamond crepe myrtles. Loving it. All right, now we are looking at septidals. Right? Beautiful rose. She has grown really well. Right? Pollinators just love her. Very disease resistant. Gave us a beautiful flush of blooms that I did not capture. Luckily she has these on her so that we can take a look. She needs to be deadheaded. Let me show you how much she had flowered, right? Based on the fact that I have not deadheaded yet. Do you see this bloom set right here needs to be deadheaded? Right, so she has just pushed out her blooms all on her little lonesome. And it's really beautiful. Okay, we're back on the driveway, and I just wanted to take a second to show you this because it's been really, really capturing my attention. This is the lower pedalum that we have planted here in a container with the limelight hydrangeas behind. One of the limelights are now resting over on the lower pedalum, and guess what? I like that combination. I really like that combination. The purple with the white and the green, I like that. Yeah. I need to now figure out a way to add that to my garden. These lower pedalums, again, I don't know the variety. They could probably get, it could be, who knows, it's probably the one that gets 10 or so feet tall. So I'd not plant these in the ground. But I'd want to figure out a space or a spot in the garden where I can have the lower pedalums planted with hydrangeas planted in front of it, so that we have that nice contrast in blooms, right? Wouldn't that be cute? Yeah, it'd be really cute. All right, I want to show you one final thing before we end the tour, people. You are beautiful. Walk with me. All right, so here we are. We've moved on to the rose walk because I want to show you something that I don't know if you've had have those moments as a gardener or when you realize that, guess what? You planted the wrong rose in the wrong space. Guess what? You can't manage the plant that you planted. Well, guess what, people? Both fall true for me. I planted Gertrude Jekyll here thinking, hey, I can manage Gertrude Jekyll, right? I can put this lady on an obelisk and she's going to be so well behaved and just be a beautiful rose in the space for me. So this is the moment that I realized, hey, wrong rose, wrong space. I cannot manage Gertrude Jekyll. Look at Gertrude Jekyll, people. Look at this. Oh my goodness, the rose is standing 12 feet tall right now. I kid you not. There is a trellis beside her, and the trellis is at least 5 or so feet. And then look at Gertrude. Yeah, and it's like this growth just happened overnight. I came outside and bam, there she was. She's actually swallowed up the obelisk. You cannot even see the obelisk that she was on. Right, so it's that time where I just have to I have to really be honest with myself, right? Reality check. Guess what? I cannot I cannot manage a rose this vigorous and this is beautiful. I cannot. I'd have to figure out a way to. She looks like she'd enjoy being trained against the wall on something really long and wide, but yeah, that goes beyond any skill set that I have. Yeah. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I think I may have to bring her down. I'm going to bring her down, and I'm actually going to bring her down this season hopefully before August, right? We got a week before August. So I'm going to cut her down in height and grow her as a shrub rose in the space. Yeah, because I can't manage her as a climber. She's too big for me. I mean, come on. And I hope these canes, let me see if these are, that will be interesting. Let's look if these are new cane breaks or if these are lateral shoots. Hold on. That'll be funny. Okay, that's a new cane. Those are laterals. I'm just taking a quick look here. Those are new canes. Okay, yeah. So what? That's impossible. That's a new cane. You know, those are her new canes stretching all the way up there? Wow, that's amazing. Oh, word. Okay. All right. So yeah, I accept defeat where that is concerned. Gertrude Jekyll, I'm going to have to bring her down in size, and we're going to grow her as. We're going to grow her as a shrub. All right. I think that was enough talking from me from one day, right? I love it. Thank you so much for having joined me for yet another beautiful day in the garden. Aren't the Bobo hydrangeas just looking so good? They are looking so cute. Loving them. All right, but thank you for having joined me for yet another beautiful day in the garden. You are all absolutely, totally, and altogetherly awesome. And I will see ya in the next video. Bye.